Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces, 222. It is Monday, September 30th, 2019. Gonna go ahead and do an energy check-in for Twin Flames today. Go ahead and get this underway. Alright, so first card out today, Gemini. So, connection very strong today. Okay, I do feel that. I do feel that there's a lot of 5D communication probably going on right now between the twins. I feel like it had slacked off a little bit for some of you, but it's kind of back in full force now. Probably feeling the pull, getting thoughts and feelings out of nowhere, that sort of thing. And, we all kind of know right now that Divine Masculines kind of reverted back into this awakening. Some of them going back through Dark Night of the Soul, that sort of thing. So Divine Feminine kind of feeling a little bit frustrated with the progress that's being made, or as she perceives it, probably the lack of progress, right? But just keep in mind that the connection very, very strong. Most of the Divine Masculines at this point understand the connection a little bit more. Understanding they can't get rid of it. A lot of them are in hermit mode, though. They're kind of going within and trying to figure out what they need to do to move forward, okay? They're kind of hiding out. Possibly trying to hide out from the karmic situation, but also trying to hide out from the connection right now. It's like they just can't handle it right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, and I know the last couple of days it kind of pinpointed there are a lot of Divine Masculines going through some serious, serious tower moments right now, okay? So they're really just trying to hide out from it. They don't want to be in the situation. It's almost like they're trying to detach from the situation energetically still, so that they don't feel anything, right? Some of them may be using recreational substances in order to do that, other escapist tactics, that sort of thing. They just don't want to deal with anything right now. They don't. They're feeling very insecure within themselves, very insecure about where they are and what's going on in their karmic situation. Kind of feeling like they're losing footing just in general and everything. Like their world is just crashing down around them, right? So very intense today, I do feel, with Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine, you're feeling a little bit more insecure, I think, within yourself. Sorry, I got a cat here. What the heck? Okay. Very insecure, I think, in yourself right now. It's like, the mirroring is so interesting to me. It's like Divine Feminine will be fine, right? And Divine Feminine will be doing her thing, and then we'll get that Divine Masculine is awakening. He's understanding. He's in a good place. He's figuring things out, and then all of a sudden, somebody reverts. Somebody feels trapped. Somebody feels down. Somebody feels insecure, and then all of a sudden, the other twin feels insecure. It's really interesting. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I don't know what the heck, but there's like a cat hair on my nose. Okay, it's gone, I think. Okay. So anyway, again, so 5D communication definitely coming in strong. It's like Divine Masculine, I don't know if he's realizing at this point that he can do it, but it's like he is. Like he's reaching out to Divine Feminine in the 5D for help, for comfort, because he feels like he can't come to her in the 3D right now, so he's trying to reach out to her in the 5D, so you might be getting song messages, dreams, and that sort of thing, because that's how it manifests to you. It depends on the person. Like, it manifests differently, okay? And I know Divine Feminine, have kind of, they've already kind of embraced this idea of telepathy and that sort of thing, so they're constantly sending messages to the Divine Masculine, and depending on the Divine Masculine, they'll receive them differently. They'll receive them possibly by way of also song messages, signs, synchronicities, seeing people who look like you, but they also, will maybe sometimes get like random thoughts in their head of you and that sort of thing, so, it's almost like it's going back and forth right now. They're kind of figuring out that they can actually do that, okay? That it's like they know they can, they're just not getting like the 3D confirmation that you've received their messages, but inside they know that you're receiving them, okay? Because they're sending it out. They're sending it out into the universe. As they get the downloads, they're feeling you know, the pull, and then they're sending out information to you, okay, Divine Feminine, okay, and then you're feeling it, right? So it's going back and forth, right? The mirroring very, very strong right now, okay? So again, you know, feeling really stuck in karmic situations, unsure how to clear it out, but Divine Feminine, you've got a lead, okay? So stop focusing on Divine Masculine's karmic situation. It's like Divine Feminine's fine for a while. It's like they're good, and then all of a sudden it's like they start focusing on it again. It's like something triggers to focus on Divine Masculine again, and really need to figure out what that is and heal that, okay? So again, some dark night. It's soul still happening with Divine Masculine specifically, okay? But there is a lot going on behind the scenes that Divine Feminine just does not know about, and I've harped on this a couple of times already, okay? And I know I'm not the only reader that knows this and has gotten this, okay? But there's so much deception, so much illusion in these situations here. Divine Masculine putting out this 3D front that he's fine, everything's fine, but it's not, and he's really dwelling on the connection. Okay, so he may be putting on a front for his karmic partner, his karmic situation, everything's fine, no worries, but inside it's like, I gotta get out of this, I can't be here anymore, this is not where I'm supposed to be. Okay, and so that's just unfortunately the situation right now, but I do feel, you know, a lot of Divine Masculines, again, they are just going through these awakening processes, and they're just trying to figure it out. So Divine Feminine, you really need to pull back. You need to have patience with Divine Masculine right now, and patience with yourself, okay? So Divine Masculine, first card out today is Death card. Again, they have some cycles that are definitely ending and need to end, okay? And they know this. They realize this, okay? They really do. They do realize it. They're just, again, some of them are very rooted in these situations. A lot of it has to do with family, children, that sort of thing. Those situations are very, very hard to break away from, Divine Feminine, okay? So stop sending out your frustration, stop sending out your impatience to your Divine Masculine. It is not helping the situation, okay? What they need is to find their truth, and they're going to have to figure that out on their own. You cannot do it for them, okay? You can't. You can send healing, you can send energy, but they have free will. They decide what to do with that energy, okay? And most of them are understanding. Again, most of them are understanding what they need to do. They just don't know how to do it, okay? But they're trying to follow your lead, okay? So as you stand in your truth, as you work on your mission, as you bring in your abundance, you know, they're watching you. They are watching you. They're watching how you're ascending, how you're bringing about change in your life, right? And they're wanting to do the same. So they are following your lead, all right? They are following your lead into their own happiness, because they have been so unhappy for so long, okay? And they're understanding that their happiness does not lie where they are, okay? They have got to 8 of Cups before they can find that Ace of Cups, right? Okay? So they're figuring it out. They're figuring out they need to overcome these emotions that they're feeling, that have made them feel left out in the cold, made them feel cheated, made them feel abandoned, worthless. Worthless is coming in here. Again, a lot of these Divine Masculines have some serious self-worth issues, and a lot of it, again, goes back to inner child issues. You know, a lot of them had maybe fathers that walked out on them, or, you know, were in foster care, or, you know, had something happen where in their childhood that made them feel like they were abandoned, okay? Even if it wasn't something that was particularly personal. You know, these childhood traumas, you know, they don't seem big to us as adults, but when you're a child, your perspective of things is very skewed, okay? And so that coming in, and as adults, we try to mask that, you know, we try to kind of bury it down, but it's always there, and it affects us as adults. You know, that's why the inner child healing is so important, okay? So Divine Masculine, very, very conflicted. Very, very conflicted. He's having to choose between something that's very close to him, very dear to him, like family, children, and his happiness. And that's not an easy decision, okay? Because a lot of Divine Masculines, you know, their happiness, they feel like their happiness is rooted in their families, but in reality, it's not. It's like they sacrifice their own happiness to make their families happy, and that ends up basically taking a toll on them mentally and emotionally, right? Okay, so Divine Feminine. Sorry. Lovers. Yep. So definitely on the forefront of the mind today. Oh, look at this. This was at the bottom of the Divine Masculine deck. Sexual energy! More. Yay. Divine Feminine. Again, feeling the connection very strong. I do, again, feel like there's a lot of telepathy, 5D communication going on between the twins right now. But Divine Feminine very focused on this today. It's like she had been focused on herself for a while, but she's focused back on the connection again. And, I mean, that's fine. It's going to happen, right? Just remember not to focus too much on the connection. You don't want to over-manifest, because then you just end up with that runner-chaser dynamic again. Okay, and nobody wants to go back to that. All right? So 3 of Pentacles here. So, again, Divine Feminine trying to go back to her spiritual roots here, I do feel. Some of you have slacked off your healing, yes, and I feel like you're picking it back up, you know. And the inner child work, very, very difficult, very painful. So taking a break every now and then is fine. You want to refresh, you want to recharge, right? Because if you do too much and you drain yourself and you feel like crap, you know, that's kind of defeating the purpose. So it's, you know, it's something that you want to do, and then, you know, you might need time to recover, and that's okay, especially if you hit towers. Right? You want to refresh, you want to recharge, so to speak, right? So that you can kind of put things in perspective and figure out what you need to do next. Because when you're feeling drained and you're feeling clouded, it's really hard to make those decisions. It's really hard to decide whether or not you need to purge, okay? Because I do feel sometimes purging, it's like we want to push that down, you know? You want to repress instead of releasing, right? And repressing is not good. You don't want to repress your emotions, okay? You want to make sure that you're letting it go when it needs to be let go. You're not dwelling on it. You're not dwelling on it, right? But you are releasing it, and then, you know, moving on to the next lesson or the next trigger or whatever it is, okay? So some Divine Feminines definitely in this energy today. I do feel a lot of creativity coming forward for some Divine Feminines. A lot of you are really making headway in your mission. You're moving forward. You're not, you're not holding yourself back because you realize that you had been holding yourself back. You know, fear is not holding you back anymore. You're moving forward with the things that make you happy, and that's really good. And Divine Masculine sees this. Divine Masculine sees this, okay? Yeah. Whether you realize it or not, they see you. They see what you're doing, okay? And they're trying to follow your example, okay? They may not realize they're doing it, but they are, because there's mirroring, okay? There's always mirroring, all right? So you know, Divine Feminine has realized here that she holds the key to her own happiness. She doesn't need to feel tied down by karmic situations, by the twin flame journey, by the 3D things that were keeping her feeling stuck. She knows she can release that, okay, and she is, and she's trying to show the way. She's trying to show the way for a Divine Masculine to do that, okay, with the help of Source, of course, okay, all right, yep. And definitely manifesting her abundance. You guys, Divine Feminine definitely coming into her own, figuring out she has the power to manifest anything she wants in her life. And a lot of you are building this foundation. A lot of you are very, very unhappy in your own karmic situation, so you're trying to build this foundation so that you can move forward without feeling like you have to be stuck in a codependent situation, okay? Money is a big factor for a lot of relationships, a lot of codependency in most relationships, karmic relationships, that sort of thing, but also family. Like, you know, you may be, you know, financially dependent on a mother or a father or something like that, and you're trying to build that up so that you can get out of that. You can move on. All right, so good. Let's get some messages from the counterparts today. See what's going on here. Yeah. What did I just say? We are mirroring big time. Yes. Yes, you are mirroring your counterpart right now, okay? So I guess take comfort in that. If you're going through a tower moment, 9 times out of 10, they're probably going through one too, okay? So you're not alone. You're both going through this at the same time, okay? There's a lot of tower moments coming. They, again, don't feel worthy of you. They don't feel worthy of the connection. They don't feel worthy of anything, really. And they really do think that they can't. They can't be with you at all. Which is an illusion. It's an illusion, of course. And they are getting the messages, they are getting the signs, they are getting your communication, they're getting your song messages and things like that, okay? And they're like seeing your name everywhere, maybe seeing people who look like you, seeing your birthday, hearing your voice, that sort of thing, okay? So they're everywhere, all right? And they are understanding, you know, the point of this journey, unconditional love, and they're understanding that they need to have love for themselves first and foremost, okay? Because for a long time, you know, there's no self-love. Self-love is really hard. Self-love is really hard. It's so much easier to love someone else than it is to love yourself, okay? But that's the point, and they do miss you, and they miss the way you taste. Anyway, sorry. So, you know, they are thinking about you. They are reminiscing about you, about the good times, okay? And they do love to see you happy, okay? They do love to see you happy. So stay in your bliss, find your bliss, and they know who you are. They know who they are, okay? And they're finding this out little bit by little bit, but they know. They get it. They know who you are. They know what you mean to them. All right? And it's helping them wake up. So keep doing your thing, Divine Feminine, or Divine Masculine, whoever's awakened that's watching this. I do have Divine Masculines that watch my channel that are awakened, so it can really go either way. There aren't really any rules necessarily, okay? Yeah, okay, so definitely some of you need to focus more on your healing. You kind of slacked off your healing a little bit, but the way is open here. The way is open. You just need to walk through the gate, okay? There is nothing being denied you at all. You just need to make that decision to walk through that gate. Okay, a lot of us are ascending right now, Divine Masculine going through awakening, a lot of transformations going on right now, okay? So it's like back and forth. It's like it'll ease off a little bit and then it'll go full force, and it'll ease off and go full force, okay? Just remember that Divine has your back, okay? You're not alone, all right? You have everything you need within yourself, but the Divine is there to help you if you need help. Do not be afraid to ask, okay? Learn to control those emotions, okay? If you're feeling those emotions from your Divine Counterpart, remember not to internalize. Let them go. Purge and move on. Purge and move on. Release expectations, okay? Release expectations of your own happiness, okay? Because you have everything you need to make yourself happy within, okay? You don't need anything outside of you, okay? But the important thing about manifestation is to focus on the outcome and release expectations of the how. The how will prevent itself, okay? And again, you know, you are being divinely guided, you're being protected, you are being shown which way to go, okay? So don't be afraid, again, to ask for help if you need it, okay? All right, guys, well, I hope this has helped. If it has resonated, please like, share, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.